I think I'm going to need my glasses for this one today. I'll get these on.
I agree.
Yeah.
We got a pretty serious topic here. Very serious.
Listen, guys. I've ran all the numbers.
He's ran all the numbers.
I've fact-checked everything.
Fact-checked everything.
I made sure they're all going to be within the year specified.
That's right.
Don't even need them.
What are you talking about? It was our pie charts.
I don't need them.
It was our bar graphs.
I don't need them.
That was everything. This is all ruined. Everything is ruined.
I'm sorry about all that. I think we need to just move on with the video.
You know, I don't even think there was anything on this paper, actually. I don't know how to think about it. I don't think we ever wrote anything down.
Why would you get so mad?
Huh.
You got anger issues.
No.
But welcome to Talk Culture. We're going to get this back on track. Today we are talking about 2000's comedies. Our top all time. So we are going to go over the general rules for this and how it's going to work.
There's
Okay?
some rules. We're laying them out.
All right. So we have each picked our 5 favorites. All right. They're not going to be in any particular order. I think you kind of get a little stale when you just do like a top 10 and top 5 sometimes. Like, I don't know. I just don't like ordering them because you know what? It might change.
Who are we to rank? Except for we're ranking 5 of them at least.
I mean, that...
I ain't too proud to judge.
You literally just blew all the role, like the whole logic of it out the window.
Hey.
Whatever. Just, you know what? Just start. Just
Right,
start
I'll
for it. Just
You
start.
want me to start?
Yeah.
All right. You sure?
Yeah.
All right. So, my first one. You ready for this? I'm gonna blow your pants right off.
I hope not. It might hit the camera. Sorry.
Walk Hard, the story of Dewey Cox. Is that on your list?
Nope.
No, it wasn't?
Nope.
All right, so Walk Hard, the story of Dewey Cox is a parody movie of Walk the Line with Johnny Cash. It's played by John C. Reilly. It's hilarious. It's a great movie. Very underrated. It didn't really get that much publicity when it came out. But John C. Reilly is, I think, one of the most underrated actors of the past 10 years.
Oh, no doubt.
He's hilarious. He does really good in serious roles. The very few that I've seen of him, but they've been great.
Yeah.
His comedy roles are fantastic. And he's just all around hilarious in this parody. You know, he plays this rock star that's trying to get his #1 hit again. And he suffers with a bunch of things that, rock stars normally do. Writer's block and... there's one part where he tries to write a song with 57 didgeridoos. And he still needed more didgeridoos. So if you haven't seen Walk Hard, the story of Dewey Cox, check it out.
Absolutely.
You're missing out if you haven't seen it yet.
So, in that vein, I'm just going to follow along with another John C. Reilly movie. All right. I'm throwing Step Brothers. You can't have a top 2000s comedy list without Step Brothers.
Step Brothers was close for me. Very close.
Yeah, that's the only one on your list that wasn't on the list, I should say, that I knew about. I think everybody knows about Step Brothers. I'm not going to go crazy into the whole movie.
Yeah.
But, you have John C. Reilly, you have Will Ferrell. Those two together, just insanely comedic.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Not to mention, they played one of the all-time biggest concert festivals of all time, Catalina Wine Mixer.
Catalina Wine Mixer.
It's the Catalina Wine Mixer.
You even had Rob Riggle. I just think of pow! Pow! Pow!
And then you had also, oh man, nope, lost his name. I thought we said we weren't going to screw up any names, and then here I am screwing up a name.
Are you talking about Derek?
Yeah, I can't think of his name.
I don't know. Adam Scott.
Adam Scott.
I got it.
said Ben White because he's Ben White in Parks and Recreation. Adam Scott.
I don't know how I remember the name, but somehow you remember that instead.
I'm glad you did because I probably would have said something.
Regardless, I wouldn't say it's all-star cast, but the whole movie, the whole way through, just one joke after another. It's a classic. Definitely check it out if you haven't.
But honestly, you probably have.
You probably have. I've seen it a million times.
Yeah. So without further ado, my next one, Jackass.
Was that
So
2000?
yeah, it's 2000. I think it was 2000 around the nose. So Jackass, the movie, the first one, Johnny Knoxville, Steve-O, Bam Margera, Chris Pontius,
Ryan Dunn.
Ryan
He-Man,
Dunn.
Preston Lacey. Don't forget about Preston.
They're all there. It was
We're forgetting someone.
great. Not fantastic, because I already said fantastic. I can't do fantastic more than once.
All right.
That's a rule.
All right.
So growing up in the 90s, everyone knew what Jackass was. Everyone was trying to do it in their backyard or, hitting each other with balls and what have it. Just trying to get beat up just like they do on Jackass. When they put out the movie, I remember all the talk about how bad it was and how, like, people were freaking out because, no one's ever seen this kind of stuff on tape before, literally a movie in the box office.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time watching it, and, I was just enthralled with Jackass, and, Viva La Bam was getting big and stuff, so I was a huge Bam Margera fan, writing heartograms on everything. And just watching these guys beat the hell out of each other was hilarious. And normally I wouldn't have I wouldn't laugh at people getting hurt. But it's something different about the Jackass crew.
Yeah, I'm shocked that was 2000s. I thought it was 90s. Maybe I need to go back and do some fact
I
checks.
think it's like 2000.
Like, did
Now
you
you're
look?
making me doubt myself because I'm really nervous now. I'm pretty
I
sure.
kind of hope it's wrong, though.
If it's not, then Jackass 2, because I know Jackass 2 was in the 2000s.
That's not how it works.
But I am pretty sure that it was 2000.
That's not how it works, okay? The main thing about Jackass is, yes, they're just beating each other up. It's extremely funny. And you can't help but laugh at somebody else's pain. I'm sorry, like, normally you don't. I don't know, I kind of will. It's just human nature for some reason to do it.
Yeah.
All right? And I feel like you keep teeing me up for my next one. I'm just going to go with
Okay.
dodgeball. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball, baby. Is that on your list?
It's on my list.
Well, good. It's fine. It's okay.
Dodgeball's on my list.
I'm sorry.
It's on my list.
There's only so many movies.
Yeah, only like 3,000 hundreds.
Well, you could have thrown
3,000
something
hundreds,
else.
Millions. Yeah.
Laughing at people's pain. I mean, I just mentioned you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball. Patches O'Houlihan crushes Justin Long.
I'm sorry. His name. It's just so ridiculous. Patches O'Houlihan.
He crushes him with a wrench right in the face. He's trying to get up, crush him again.
Yep.
Vince Vaughn. I think people have like a negative, like, I don't know,
Connotation.
I was gonna say negative connotation. Maybe he has like a negative stigma with people, if that's right. But you gotta go back and look. Like, Vince Vaughn was awesome, in the early 2000s and getting into the late 2000s. Oh my gosh, I have another movie.
What? Oh, you thought of another one? Don't even say it, because if it's on my list, I'm gonna be real upset.
I'm not gonna ruin it. I hope it is.
Oh.
I don't know if it's 2000s, but anyways, I mean,
I know what it is.
The movie starts out with Average Joe's Gym. Vince Vaughn basically failing. He's kind of like a bum. Doesn't try,
Mm-hmm.
And then it comes out that he's going to lose the gym. The rival gym with Ben Stiller, another name in it.
Globo Gym.
Globo Gym.
What's a Globo
is,
Gym?
is buying Average Joe's Gym. And there's a dodgeball tournament. Luckily enough, it's just the right amount of money to get them out of debt.
It always is.
It always
Just
works out,
enough.
baby.
No more, no less.
But yeah, so they just go into this dodgeball tournament, and from there, it's just, you just roll with the punches. It doesn't stop. Trying to think, like, what was that line? Like, my cousin, he rode the roller coaster, he fell off and broke every bone in his body.
It was Derek.
Was it Derek, too?
It was Derek. My cousin Derek fell off the roller coaster, broke every bone in his body. Yeah.
And I'm sorry, if I could throw Justin Long in the list, I'm probably going to. Like,
Justin Long is great. I really
it's really
do like
weird.
him.
Like, we have a fascination
Let
with
me
Justin
just
Long.
see if I can read your mind of what movie you are thinking about that. This isn't in the list, but I have a feeling it would be. Couples Retreat.
Oh, yeah.
I knew it.
Is
I
it
knew
2000s?
I think it's like late 2000. It might be 2009.
It might be 2010. But when we do another list of like 2010s, does that make sense?
The
2010s? Oh, you bet your sweet ass it's in there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in there.
Fantastic.
Oh, Lord. We've been milking the word ass in this video.
Yeah, we have.
Just go to. Do you want? Hold on. That was in your list. Did you want to say anything about it?
No, I think you covered it pretty well. But I'm gonna actually piggyback right off you using Vince Vaughn into my next movie, Anchorman. So, Anchorman is like, if it's not my favorite movie of all time, it is pretty damn close. Will Ferrell is hilarious in this movie. Has a great cast. You got Steve Carell. You got Vince Vaughn.
Can I help?
Yeah.
You got Paul Rudd.
You got Paul Rudd.
Oh, what's Champ's name? What's that actor's name?
I can't remember his name.
He's the one I forget.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Oh, he's funny.
That's
gonna
bother me. And then, not to mention, you have all the actors that do the news channel Bloodfest. There's like David Arquette and like tons of famous people. Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller's in there. He's from the Spanish News.
Oh God, I can just imagine.
He says, "The rivers run red with Burgundy's blood."
Oh yes,
that's Ben Stiller's line.
Yep.
I love this movie. I can quote it all day. Baxter, Jack Black has a cameo.
Wow. I haven't seen this movie in a long time.
It's so good. Everything about it is great. The movie takes place in the 70s following Ron Burgundy. Oh, Christina Applegate. We didn't give any love to Christina Applegate. Straight Out Married with Children.
All the love.
All the love. I love you. Anyways, it follows Ron Burgundy. He's this famous, San Diego newscaster.
Yep.
And him struggling with them bringing in a woman, the first woman news lead. And, things happen. He gets in trouble with the news studio and ends up losing his job for a little while. And things happen. It's hilarious. I'm not going to get too into the plot because I'm really bad at explaining things. I feel like we could do a whole nother YouTube channel on poorly explaining YouTube video or movies.
I think we
and
should
getting
do
names
that one
wrong.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we mess up actors' names a lot.
Like, we could just start a channel called Half-Ass Movie Reviews and literally just try to explain it, and we're already there.
So
let's just change talk culture to Half-Ass Movie Reviews.
I just want to throw this out there. I totally agree that you are terrible.
I am.
Terrible
I'm sorry.
at explaining movie plots sometimes. I'm not the best either, though.
Let's be happy that this isn't great movie reviews. This is half-ass movie reviews.
I love it.
I'm not setting the bar high, people. Speaking of setting the bar high, what's your next one?
I had no idea.
I was trying to segue you. I'm sorry.
I love it.
I figured I didn't have anything
to
set you up.
You didn't have to do it though, because Will Ferrell kind of segues almost everything in the 2000s thinking about it.
I know what you're gonna say.
What?
I don't know.
Old School.
Old School. Oh my God, you're my boy, Blue.
I love Old School. I showed my wife Old School, I think maybe less than a year ago. I was shocked that she did not see this.
That is a classic.
Like
Frank the Tank.
That movie has a lot of moving parts.
Vince Vaughn was in that too.
Yeah.
Vince Vaughn's in all the best comedies.
Yeah, it's a recurring thing. Will Ferrell. Vince. What was you gonna say? Vince Vaughn. What?
I said earmuffs.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said something else. You have Luke Wilson. And I like Luke Wilson. He can do
comedies. Going back real quick to Anchorman, when I said David Arquette, that was definitely Luke Wilson, not David Arquette.
Jeez.
We're going right back into... I do this every time. Every movie video, I say the wrong actor. It's like a running trend.
It is.
Sorry, guys.
All right, so to give you a little bit of backstory... oh, goodness gracious. So, Luke Wilson buys this house. He's just getting out of a relationship, too. Yeah.
I think. I mean, I barely remember. It's been so long since I've seen it.
Oh boy, now I'm messed up on it. Anyways,
I can't remember what.
But I remember it's Frank's wedding, Will Ferrell's wedding. He's there. He ends up spilling wine on his lady's lap. He's completely inebriated, not doing so hot. Anyways, buys a house. Turns out it's on the college campus. I can't remember the college. They want to turn this into a party house, the fraternity. Fraternity? Yeah, fraternity, not sorority. Fraternity, so they can keep it. And it's just literally insane. The party's... What? I'm losing it, right?
Thanks for coming to Half-Ass Movie Reviews. We'll be here all week.
Thanks for interrupting me when I was rolling.
I'm sorry.
But there's a sequence of events like where these parties just get ridiculous and more ridiculous. I mean, you just can't have a 2000s comedy list without Old School.
I tell you what. You know what else you can't have? A 2000's comedy movie list. Which brings me to my next movie.
What?
You ready for this? I don't think you are. Euro Trip. So I'm pulling one out of the vault here. Euro Trip. I couldn't tell you a single actor in this movie because I'm not even going to try. Matt Dillon. Matt Dillon makes the cameo.
I don't even remember seeing him.
He's the singer of the band. Sing Scotty Doesn't Know.
You're right.
But anyways, besides that, Euro Trip's about this movie set in the early 2000s, obviously, because this guy, the main character, don't ask for names, it's been a long time. Scotty. Is instant messaging a girl that he feels he is in love with and has a connection with in a different country. In Europe, to be exact. So he realizes that this girl's going away and he knows he has to make a move. So him and his friends go to Europe to try to track down his internet love before she goes away. I don't remember where she's going. She's going away somewhere.
I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, I don't either. But everything goes wrong once they end up getting lost. I think they end up in Germany.
Yeah.
They end up in a hostel. Is that the word? Hostel? No.
Are you talking about the sex dungeon?
Yeah.
Wandersex.
They end up drunk on absinthe. It's very similar to like the like Not Another Teen Movie, American Pie, like
I was gonna say American Pie. It reminds me of American Pie. Yeah.
That never. You know what? It's actually what was that movie with Seth Green? It's just like it. Road Trip.
I was gonna say Road Trip.
It's like a European road trip movie.
Yeah.
It's really funny. It's not as well known, but it's a fun movie. You know, a teenage movie from the 2000s. Check it out.
And I forgot about that one, honestly. You're throwing some ones out here.
Throwing out.
All right, so which one do I want to go with next? I would say let's go with Tropic Thunder. Is that that's on your list? Huh?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay,
It's not.
okay. Tropic Thunder. It's I'd say a parody at that point too of like war movies. I'm trying to think. Was it not Full Metal Jacket? Platoon, maybe. Platoon,
yeah.
It's a parody of Platoon. You have Ben Stiller, Jack Black,
Robert
Downey Jr., which a lot of people didn't know. They also disguised Tom Cruise.
That one threw me off.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I can't remember the other guy's actor. The actor's name that the booty sweat guy. You know what I'm talking about.
I can't think of. That's going to be a weird definition for all these people that don't know what we're talking about.
It's been out for a long time. You've definitely seen it.
Or yeah.
Probably. But yeah, so they are...
Isn't David Beckham in it?
David Beckham is in it. There's a lot of people that are just sprinkled in.
David Beckham's not in it.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Then why would you say it? I feel like...
Is that... Because he says, oh, look at me, I'm David Beckham. I was just setting you up for a joke.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm sorry.
I forgot about...
I was making a joke.
Whatever.
It didn't stick. I'm sorry.
Anyways, to give you a little bit of backstory about the movie, so every single person in this, like Robert Downey Jr., Jack Black and stuff, and Ben Stiller, they're all actors, okay? They're making a movie called Tropic Thunder, which turns out to be a fake book. Like this dude said, oh, I'm a war veteran. It's completely fake and made up. So they go out into Vietnam, yeah.
Vietnamese?
The Vietnam jungle.
Vietnam.
And yeah, I mean, there's still some old landmines there. They end up blowing some stuff up. And it really turns out like these guys don't know where to break the reality from the acting, which is kind of funny how like backwards it is. And they're fighting for their life. They have to get out of the Vietnam jungle. I just love the fact that they just don't know when to break that reality.
So my next one, I'm going back deep. This is deep cut.
Okay. I mean, I thought Euro Trip was pretty darn deep.
It is.
Deeper.
Has a star-studded cast.
I have no idea.
Rat Race.
Oh my god. Was that 2000s?
Yeah, it was.
I thought it was 90s.
It's very close, but it's 2000s.
Oh, I love it.
Rat Race had...
We're going to need all the help we need with all the
I believe
the
it's
cast.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Was it Gwyneth Paltrow? I think.
It was Amy Smart. Oh my lord. Let me just throw this out there.
Shut it off now. We're done here.
Amy Smart, Whoopi Goldberg, her daughter that I don't know her name. You had, oh boy, what's his name?
Mr. Bean.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Mr. Bean.
John Lovitz.
Yes, thank you.
Seth
Green.
Smash Mouth.
Smash Mouth was in it.
Not even wrong.
Man, I'm trying to think of all the
John
people.
Cleese. John Cleese.
Who the hell's that?
John Cleese. He's a freaking legend. He's from Monty Python.
Are you talking about the guy that's orchestrating?
Yes.
Okay. You're gonna yell at me for not knowing a name, but you don't know half the dang cast.
The Pepto-Bismol guy. I can't think of his name. Don't you remember him? It's like the assistant to John Cleese. He's like, I want a bathtub full of Pepto-Bismol.
I recall the scene. I don't know his name.
So, Rat Race was this movie about all of these people traveling across country in a race. Oh, did you say Seth Green?
I did say Seth.
Okay. To win, it was like $1 million or something.
Yeah.
They all had to travel across the country to get to this locker that had money in it. And along the way, they ran into obstacles and issues that they had to overcome. And it's just a great ride. It's hilarious. Things go wrong left and right. Just the cast makes it that much of a stronger movie just because you have all these comedians that are just naturally funny. And when you put them together, I mean, we're talking like 15 people all going to the same place. Mr. Bean in himself is hilarious.
He carries a movie.
Carries it completely.
And he's not in it a whole lot.
No, he's really
because like you jump from different groups. You know, like John Lovitz, like he's with his family, his wife, and his son and daughter.
Yep.
You know, like you're going between different people and just the struggles to get from point A to point B. And oh man, Mr. Bean, I can't remember his name. I'm not even gonna try.
Yeah, I can't.
But he's not in it a lot, and he's just standing there sleeping.
Yeah, he sleeps the majority of the movie because he has sleep apnea.
Yeah, he's bad. He'll just walk like 10 steps.
Yeah,
he's out. I really thought that was 90s. I'm so happy it was 2000s.
2000s.
Because now we got a really diverse list.
Yeah, I
didn't normally we meet up somewhere.
I could have sat here and thrown out all the normal ones, like 40-year-old virgins, stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, they're hilarious, but a lot of the reason why we do these videos is to also kind of put out there some suggestions that you guys might not have heard, so that way you can learn these movies. You can see these. Maybe you're looking for something new or something old that you just never seen before. That's why we do these videos, just switch it up a little bit. Yeah,
so I'm just going to end the video here with my last one, right? Because we met with
get one more.
We met with one. Well, I do get one more.
You want two? Just one.
Yeah, I just want one.
Hey, tell them that.
Pineapple Express. For some reason, the 2000s, there was a lot of like stoner movies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. It might just been that time frame.
I think
it was
got
just
more
super
relaxed.
Maybe.
Or maybe it's the other way around.
But I think, would you say this is Seth Rogen's like true coming out party?
He really cut his teeth on this movie.
I can't remember if this one or Knocked Up came out first.
Very, very close. But
or
I
even
think
40-Year-Old Virgin.
Pineapple Express really pushed it, though. Because, I mean, Seth Rogen, if you really want to get into it, Seth Rogen's been doing little cameos in movies since Donnie Darko and Freaks and Geeks, the TV show back in the late 90s.
I didn't know about Donnie Darko.
Yeah, he had a little snippet in Donnie Darko. But I feel like Pineapple Express was the movie that really boosted him into stardom. Knocked Up was a good start. But Pineapple Express is really when he took off. Yeah. He had that buddy comedy with, oh man, I forget his name.
James Franco.
James Franco, that's it. I'm sorry, I really am bad with names anymore. I just don't remember anything.
All right. To go off of that, so you have Seth Rogen and James Franco. They are the main characters. You also have Danny McBride, which is Red. And then you have Craig Robinson. That dude, he's just known for his scream. If we can put the scream, I hope we can. If not, just look it up. Craig Robinson scream. I guarantee you're gonna find it. But yeah, the cast is pretty good on this one. You have like 4 or 5 people that are like holding it down. But Seth Rogen, I'm trying to think what the heck his role would be, but he's serving people.
Yeah, I can't think. I
don't know what it's called, but he's serving people their papers. James Franco is his pot dealer. And essentially, the name Pineapple Express is a strain of marijuana that only like very few people have. Actually, I think it's only James Franco's character, Saul. So, anyways, Dale, which is Seth Rogen's character, witnesses a murder. Okay,
a murder,
and he was waiting outside this very high-profile person's house to serve him his papers very late at night, and ends up throwing the joint out the window. The dude ends up taking a hit off and realizing that's Pineapple Express. Boom. So they're on the run from this like mob boss, pot dealer guy trying to kill him, and just from there, like they fall asleep. These dudes are typical stoners in the sense that they fall asleep listening to talk radio and kill the car out in the woods.
Yep.
You know, like they do kind of like the typical, what would you say, like for like stoners and like potheads. Is that negative connotation? Sorry if that's negative. I don't know. But you know, just like forgetting things and just being ridiculously like gullible, I guess. Yeah, this one's just awesome. I love Danny McBride in it too.
He was hilarious.
Yeah.
Craig Robinson though, he got his vest and smells good.
Yeah, I love the fact that he ends up blowing off his foot, like half of his foot with a shotgun. Yeah. Like he doesn't do it, but somebody else does. I think it's Red.
Classic. I do love that movie. It's definitely one of my favorite Seth Rogen movies. I almost said Joe Rogan. That's definitely not right either.
Holy crap.
Hey, but before I screw up any more names and we review anything else terribly today, I want to thank you for coming out and supporting us as always. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe our video. Hit the little bell so you're alerted whenever we upload any new content. And as always, thanks for watching. Talk Culture.